it turns out you could actually not do that while you're recording because it automatically stopped the recording. So yay! And also yesterday I accidentally reset the timer in the middle of the day, so actually you should add 2 hours and 11 minutes to that time. So actually I worked for 5 hours and 38 minutes. So anyways, that's inaccurate, so now I'm resetting it. Yeah. And that's the ay, 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 ay. That means I could even go for a longer period of time in this vlog, but actually, for the past few vlogs, I've just been not going as long. Stop. I looked over all the conceptual questions, and the only things I'm concerned about is how how do I identify factors that affect revenue? I guess I already kind of thought through that, so maybe that's what I'll do. And there was one other part of it. I forgot what it was. Oh, the one thing I hate about the question is like identifies significant trends in blah blah blah. Uh, how do I know which ones to identify? What am I supposed to list the trend in every single thing that changed? I mean, every single aspect of this of the income statement and balance sheet changed. Every single aspect of it. So why? Wait, actually, no. I think the horizontal analysis and vertical analysis is only for the income statement, which is weird. But basically, every single aspect of it changed. Every single aspect. So what? Which ones do you want me to identify? There's all kinds of stuff to talk about. I could talk about every single one, or I could talk about selected ones. I don't know which ones you want me to talk about. Gosh dang it. That's one question I hate. But other than those two things, I could probably answer all the other questions pretty well. So, I wonder which ones I'm gonna do and which ones they're gonna do. Weirdly enough, it doesn't seem like either of them did any work on it yesterday. I mean, I don't really care because they did like 10 billion kajillion hours of work on it before yesterday. So I'm I'm just it just kind of feels weird because like I was doing tons of work on it yesterday, and it's like one day before it's due, and yet they didn't do anything. Like that's not implicitly trying to say that that they're they should have been working on it. But what I'm saying is it just feels weird. But I guess that's how it works because they did all of it earlier, and then they probably had stuff to do yesterday other than work on that. um, and yesterday, why? So I don't know. I really wish they had assigned me stuff to do because I guess I'm not disciplined enough to like actually take it upon myself to do parts of the assignment because like if they had assigned me a certain portion of it, that would have guaranteed that I would have done a certain percentage. But since they didn't assign me anything, they ended up doing the vast majority of the work. And I waited till like a few days before it was due to even start out. I actually waited till like a week before it was due. And I thought it may have been 2 weeks before it was due because I had no idea when it was due. But, anyways, I basically had a week before it was due. But guess what? I had to do a bunch of other assignments first before I could start working on it. So, bleh. So then, and plus there was the wedding I had to deal with, and that cost me tons of time. And then I didn't even really end up working on it. I mean, I did work on the Excel sheet like, for like a couple of days before Thursday. So, oh, I mean, they have every right. They basically have every right to tell me to do the rest of the assignment myself because I barely did anything so far. They could just be like, hey Noah, we did like a ton of stuff. So would you mind doing the rest of the assignment because we've done like so much of the work and there's not that much stuff left. Just finish it up and we can look it over. But they haven't done that, so I'm not sure what's going on. I'm just gonna after this vlog, I'm just gonna pick one thing to start working on and do it. So I don't even know which thing I'm gonna do. Like I'm gonna try to find the easiest one. Well, the easiest ones are pretty easy to, like a couple of the questions for the um horizontal and vertical analysis are actually pretty easy. So I guess I'll do those first. In fact, maybe all of them. Since I kind of did think through. I don't know, like identifying the significant trends. I don't know which ones they want me to identify. But I'll think about it at least, and if I can't think of anything, I'll just save it for later. But yeah, I probably will do those two things first. And then the only other questions left other than that is like, talk about major news from this company, and then one other thing is like talk about their business strategy or something like that. Question 10. Was there anything else? I don't think there was really. Like, wasn't there just those two questions? Like, major news, talk about their. What was the question about? It was like. Well, part of the question was identify a few challenges, or a few strategies they have for meeting the challenges ahead or something. Wasn't that basically it? As far as I can tell, I think that's it. That's literally it. Because just those two, plus there were a total of 8, no, maybe 6. There's not really much left, honestly. They did the vast majority of it already. Man, I mean, do I really feel bad? Or do I just feel worried that they're gonna hate me? Like, that's the real question. Do I feel bad? I mean, I don't know, because they chose to do all that work. They chose to do it. They chose to not tell me to do anything. They didn't tell me, hey, Noah, can you do this? Or, hey, Noah, how about you choose some stuff to do? Like, assign yourself a few things so that we each divide up the work equally. And they didn't do that at all. They just did stuff. And they did, like, all of the calculations except for the 6 ratios that I calculated yesterday. Like, there was a lot of stuff they had to do. And they also did, like, the first 8 questions that were, I mean, most of them were kind of basic, but, and, like, they literally copied, like, 3 years worth of income statements and 2 years worth of balance sheets onto an Excel spreadsheet and calculated most of the ratios. And they did the vertical and horizontal analysis. Stuffing things. And by the way, it's a first draft. Who cares? Nobody cares if it's a first draft. It's a first draft. We will submit a list of questions. I'm going to bring that up with them. Like, if we have a list of questions we want to ask to the professor, we'll submit that with the assignment because it's a first draft. That's nothing, though. That's not. That's like just. I mean, if they really feel I haven't done enough, they can speak up. And also, if I was a good person, I would just take it upon myself to do the entire rest of the assignment by myself and tell them, hey guys, don't worry about it. I'm going to do the rest of it myself since I've done not much up to this point. But in reality, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work on it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to work on questions until they reach out to me. Kind of thing. We're fine. We're fine. We're gonna be fine. This is fine. I just have to go through some more torture for like the next 8 hours. That's all that we have left. It's just this, and then the final draft, we don't even really have to. Okay, they probably will want to make revisions. I mean, the final draft shouldn't even be that bad. All we have to do is look it over and see if we need to change anything. That's it. Like, we don't have to come up with new stuff. It's more just looking at the stuff we already have, making adjustments. It's not that hard. Final draft will be easy. God dang it. Man, honestly, I kind of feel like I wish we could just get it over with and not have to do a final draft. But at the same time, it's kind of nice to have that cushion of the final draft, because if we turn in something that sucks at first, and then we have an opportunity to change it. Stop. Okay. Oh, but at the same time, I really kind of wish it was just over. I mean, it's almost over. We're almost pretty much done. I mean, when we turn it in, it's going to be very close to being what it's going to, with its final form. It just needs a few little changes. Unless they want to completely overhaul the entire thing. But, like, well, it depends on what they want. Like, if it was up to me, well, it all depends on the professor's feedback. If he gives feedback, I would probably adhere to his feedback and try to fix whatever he told me to fix. And that's about it. That's what I usually do for... It's been quite a long time since I've turned in a research paper and actually gotten feedback on my rough draft. Because usually what happens is I just write my paper like one day before it's due and don't even have time to turn in a rough draft. But yeah, I've done it a couple times in the past and just looked at the feedback and made whatever changes they told me to make. Possibly the professor won't give us feedback, in which case, if it was me, I might be too lazy to make any changes, but if I was actually feeling productive, I would look it over and see if anything looks like it needs changing. Obviously, why? This is the most obvious thing on earth. Stop. Stop. I don't know why. I feel like talking to my teammates. I don't know, but would that even help anything? God. I just don't want to do this. I hate this so much. What I want to do is just give up and let them do the rest of it. Sounds really bad. Well, if I did that, they would hate me for not doing enough work, so I need to actually do more. Also, how about just being a good person? How about not just so that you... Oh. Oh, oh. This might be over. This might be over in 1 week. It might be over. Might be over. This might be over in 1 week. At least this semester will be over in 1 week. Oh gosh. Well, after today, we just got our corporate finance test. We got human resource, 3 individual activities, final test, and then 2 written assignments that might be not that bad, I don't know. And then for financial statement analysis, we're gonna have a quiz. I don't know when. Like I thought it was gonna be yesterday. Might be tomorrow, I don't know. We're gonna have a quiz, we gotta finish these projects, and we got our final test. I still don't know if it's cumulative. Nice. Oh man. And also for some weird reason, according to the announcements, we don't even have class Monday through Wednesday. Huh. Well, after today, maybe tomorrow, I'll probably message him and ask him like, what are we only having class Thursday and Friday? Because according to the schedule, I don't know, I haven't looked at that. I'll look at it and see if it matches with what he said on the announcement. But if it doesn't match, I don't think it does though, because I don't know. But if it doesn't match, if they do match, I probably just won't say anything, because I don't know. Maybe even if it does match, I might say something, because it just seems very weird to skip class Monday through Wednesday. And well, according to the announcement, we only have class on Thursday and Friday, so that's kind of nice. I can work on homework all day, Monday through Wednesday, except I might have other stuff going on. Like maybe my friend Chris will come over one of those days, I don't know. I think he said he was going to be here till Friday, so, and I don't think he should come over Thursday or Friday, because those days I'm trying to study for my final exams. So I might like invite him over like one of those first few days of the week or something. I also usually go to my mom's on Wednesday. But other than that, I basically have the entire week to finish my homework. Stop! Wow, it's funny. Oh. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 okay. How many minutes left? We have been doing the vlog for 17 minutes. So by the time we start, when are we going to start? Could be 8:30, could be 8:45. Probably something in between those two times. That's actually way better than yesterday. Yesterday I didn't even get started till like 10. How the heck did that happen? What was I doing that whole time? I did procrastinate a little bit watching YouTube, but really that much? Come on. Somebody's in the bathroom. I wonder if they heard me making that noise. Dang. Dang. Oh. My God. Can't wait for this to be over. Can't wait. An entire week left of stuff. But this is going to be the worst of it right here. This is the worst of it. The rest of it's going to be... studying for the exams is going to be kind of hard, but not nearly as bad as what I'm doing right in the phase 2 projects. I still prefer studying for exams over doing these projects. Studying for exams, you just, read the textbook, study your notes, all that crap. And probably what I'm going to do is take a break tomorrow. I really need a break because I've just been non-stop working on homework like this entire past 2 weeks, every single day. Well, last week I actually took 2 days off. This week, I don't think I've really had a single day off because like I've done at least a little bit of homework every single day this week. There's not been a single day I didn't do a little bit of homework. I need a break. But at the same time, whatever. I'll be fine. Actually, you know what would be perfect is if Chris came over tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know when I'm going to ask, but I'll probably ask pretty soon, like when does he want to come over, just to get my plans in order for this week. Like, I have this weird urge to like talk to my teammates about the assignment, but at the same time, I just need to put my head down and do the work. I just need to finish the stinking assignment. I mean, I don't need to do the entire thing by myself, but I probably should. I just gotta sit down, work on it all the way up until we have our meeting later today. I don't know when we're gonna. Pretty sure we're gonna have a meeting, Zoom meeting to talk about it, but just gotta work on it. Just keep working on it. God, I hate this so much. Like this type of stuff, this project, this is something I would do in my job if I was an accountant, right? So why the heck do I hate it so much? I thought accounting was not going to be that bad. I hate, like, parts of it are like stupid, like what are some major news from this company from this year? Really? Do I have to do that as an accountant? Like, list major news items from this year? And then the other one was like, write about this company's strategy for that they talked about or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was, man, come on. Why do I have to write about that? I just want to look at the numbers. And then analyzing the vertical and horizontal analysis, I mean, it's fine. I hate how I have to, I don't know which, nobody has told me how to do a proper analysis of, the textbook doesn't really explain very well how to actually analyze the common size analysis, because they literally just say, do the calculation this way, and they don't actually say how to, like, look at it. I mean, obviously you look to see which parts of it, whether each part went up or down, basically. But you could talk about every single one, but they just say identify significant trends. Well, which ones are significant? I mean, revenues. I mean, every single thing. The revenues, cost of goods sold, operating expense. Which ones do you want me to talk about? Why? I mean, I guess if I have more experience, it'll be much easier to determine which stuff is actually significant. But I don't know what's significant. I know, I mean, I guess revenues, cost of goods sold, gross profit, selling in general expenses. I mean, literally every single part of the income statement is significant. I don't see which ones is, like, not important to talk about. Which ones should I not talk about? Should I only talk about ones where there's a drastic change? I don't know. I mean, you should talk about all of them. Like, Revenues went up. Cost of goods went up. Gross profit. Yeah. Oh. Darn it. Darn it. Oh. Of course. You know, sticking point. I don't know if I'm kind of thinking like horizontal analysis. I guess it is important for a couple of things, like revenues. Total revenues is obviously the most important thing to look at. Like, did it go up? Like the absolute value of the revenues, did it actually go up? But like, cost of goods sold. Oh man, like more. Stop. Okay, stop. Man, if only I had started working on it earlier, I could have done all the calculations and then they could have done all the analysis. Like, man, but maybe they still prefer doing the calculations themselves. But I would have preferred to do the calculations myself, because at least I know what the heck I'm doing there. I don't know what I'm doing with the analysis. I have no clue. I don't know if this class will even... Dude, the textbook had literally nothing to say about how you're supposed to analyze account size analysis. How are you supposed to analyze the vertical and horizontal analysis? How are you supposed to interpret the results of that analysis? Basically. Like, they didn't say a single thing about it. And now I'm supposed to write, like, tons of paragraphs about it? What are we doing? And why the heck do we have to write about a major news item from the company? And then talk about the company's strategy? That's not part of this class. That's not what we're doing in this class. Come on. None of this stuff is actually, like, stuff I was supposed to learn this semester. I mean, maybe I was supposed to learn how to interpret common size analysis, but the textbook didn't say anything about it. It just talked about how to do the analysis. It just talked about how to do the calculations. It didn't talk about how to interpret the data. God.